I do feel essentially the films I make are moral. I don't feel they're moralistic. I'm not trying to tell someone what to think or how to think or point there. Like if you watch a commercial, your head is almost like being guided. If 100 people come to see these films in any given night, there could be 100 different points of view because the viewer is free to perceive for herself or himself the nature of the experience that they're having.
This evening, we will meet a New Mexico filmmaker who makes a very different kind of film.
I'm in effect trying to create an iconography of 100 minutes of image in order to give you a view of the power of one word. We become what we see. That's something I think not understood. So the power of image is extraordinary. What I try to do with the images that I create is to use a mirror to hold up to people the insanity of the world that we are incarcerated into.
For me, language is the most important thing in the world. We see the world through the language that we speak. I feel tragically, however, that our languages, your language, my language, those languages no longer describe the world in which we live. So I thought that it would be much more efficacious to make a film without words that would give, that Napoleonic statement, a picture's worth 1,000 words. This would be to flip that on its head, to give you 1,000 pictures, to offer you the power of one word. I learned as a monk that if you want to see your ordinary world in an extraordinary way, you had to stare at it to the point where it started to look strange.
I believe that we live in a world where the moment of the truth is actually the moment of the false, where we are so close to the ordinariness of daily life that we don't see how crazy life is.
I try through the camera to look at the world that is assumptive, that's all around us, that we see every day but never see because it's so present. I try to stare at it, make that background the foreground or the subject, so that confronting that, it starts to look strange. Then that image starts to speak to us. I don't like the word artist. I never considered myself a director like Hollywood director. What I do consider myself is a person that really wants to commune something to other people. And I feel that this is the best way to do it. The films were from the beginning conceived as incomplete in their form, because it's not a story to be told, it's a story to behold. Because the audience completes the subject, not me. It is up for the viewer to take for herself what it is that means. So for some people it's environmental film, some people it's an ode to technology, for some people it's a piece of shit, for other people it moves them deeply. It depends on who you ask. I can't pretend to change someone's view. Let me be even clearer. Let's say, hypothetically, if you knew what the answer was, the answer for the world, because some people feel they do. By the very fact that it is itself universal, it is itself fascistic for me. How boring the world would be if it had one flower, and one terrain, and one language, and one way of doing things. It would deny the very existence of what this world is, which is a mysterious unity held together through the web of diversity. In effect, the shibboleth of this world, if I could be so bold, is divided we stand.